morning, everyone. My name is Zomin Namdar. I'm from building number 2, flat number 51. I studied in New Horizon Public School, Airoli, CBSE board, and I got 99 percentage in this year's board exam. Where the last year was definitely not the same for anyone. Everyone had their own problems, and everyone had to come up with ways to cope up with it. And the one of the major problems that students and teachers faced was the online teaching. The teachers didn't get all the facilities to teach the student, and the learning was not just so efficient, and students didn't get all the concepts clear. But thankfully I had help from all my teachers, and my father and my sister also helped me in a lot of subjects. And last year I used to play games to relax, because I couldn't meet my friends and due to the COVID restrictions. I used to play games and on a weekly basis. Some people might think that playing games is bad, but I personally think that if we do it in small amounts, that is not unhealthy for us, and if you have time for other things, then it is definitely not bad, and it's not that bad. So thank you.
पिघला दे जंजीरें बना उनकी शमशीरें
कर हर मैदान फतेह बदया हर मैदान फतेह Hi everyone, I'm Meghna Jobi from 4x22. I scored 97.6 percentage in 10th grade. I studied in New Horizon Public School, Airoli, CBSE board. So to begin with, I'd be lying if I said 10th grade in pandemic was an easy task. The very concept of online learning was so new and very difficult to grasp on at first. Along with that, the added uncertainty of the board regarding the syllabus, test, and the anxiety and stress related to pandemic. In all, it was not an easy task. When I look back at last year, I feel that it was one single day. Every day was so monotonous. I would wake up, attend school, study, attend my tuitions, and then next day I would repeat all of this over and over again. So that's when I decided that I would start working on myself, and ultimately, it was upon me to make sure that this whole online learning process would be fun for me. So that's when I took up reading. I was really into fictional and thriller books. It was a great escape from reality. It really expanded my imagination, and for that period I would just forget everything that was happening around me, and it was really comforting. This small change made a huge difference. Also, I had an amazing set of teachers who made sure all of my concepts were clear, and who also made sure that this online learning process is fun for us students. I also had an amazing friend group who were always there for me and pushed me through all of the difficult times. So, my advice to all of the people attending 10th board exams would be, first of all, consistency. Make sure that you're consistent from the very beginning. 2 to 3 hours of self study every day is more than enough to score an amazing percentage in 10th grade very easily. And also, as I said, make sure that you are taking off some time every day to do something that you love, do something that comforts you, and this will help you, especially in this pandemic period. What I would do was that I would take these really long showers and would blast up really loud music on my speakers. And in that period, I would just vent out all of my anger and frustrations. And it really helped me a lot. And I would highly recommend that if you have understanding neighbors. Um, and finally, when I heard the news of I heard that the 10th board exam is cancelled, and I was cleaning all of my stuff. That's when I came across this huge bundle of answer sheets that uh, I had solved. And that's when I realized that even after being so prepared, I was so nervous all the time. And that's when I decided to start a more confidence on myself. So that would be my final advice to you is that believe in yourself and it would help you get through anything. So all the best. Thank you.
Hi, I am Aryan Kadam from building number 6, flat number 53. I passed my 10th with 96% from Nalanda Public School in CBSE board. I scored centum in mathematics thanks to my math teacher and mentor Surekha ma'am. As this was a final year in school, I was looking forward towards attending it. But unfortunately, due to this pandemic, we had to attend online school. Initially, I was confused as to how I was going to cope up with this online system, but gradually I got used to it. I was also unsure about how I was going to spend my entire day in my house without getting bored, but activities like practicing piano and working out helped me stay fresh and focused. I would like to thank my teachers who took the extra effort of teaching us online. Now I'm preparing for competitive exams to pursue my studies in engineering. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashika Saxena and I live in building number 6, flat number 24. I completed my 10th standard from Nalanda Public School and I scored 96.2% in my boards. The start of this year was obviously not on a very good note. Everything was chaotic, a mess, and there was a lot of uncertainty. My school started from April, virtual courses obviously, and from April to June it was a transition period for me. My friends and I used to call each other every evening just to talk about normal things and just random stuff to give us a sense of normalcy and make us believe that we weren't the only ones going through a bad time. After June, I felt that things were going a bit easy for me. I made it a point to study for 3 hours a day. I didn't have any tuitions except for Sanskrit, so it was not very difficult to achieve. For my free time, I used to read books, listen to music, and sometimes even write some things. Now I'm in Singhanias pursuing humanities, and I virtual learning this year is quite a lot easy because we have already had a year of training done. So I just hope that schools open this year and everything goes back to how it used to be before. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Vignesh Narayanan. I live here in 9 number building, flat number 42. I got 93.4% in my class 10 board examination. The pandemic here has its own advantages and disadvantages. The disadvantages were such that you don't get interaction between teachers and students, you don't get farewell, etc. The advantages were such that you get reduced portion, then you have lots of time to study and do many more other activities. The class 10 board examinations is not that difficult if you study regularly for even 2 hours. You just don't need to create any other backlog. You don't need to treat it as any other exams, don't need to take any extra pressure. I myself used to go to tuition for math, science and Sanskrit. For math science I used to go to Rao sir who teaches here in Kopri, and for Sanskrit I used to go to Manisha ma'am who used to come at your home and teach you. I have taken science to pursue in 11th and 12th and I am preparing to give JEE in 2023. My hobbies are playing cricket and I go to coaching for it, and listening to music, etc. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Saina Minocha. I live in building number 3, flat number 33. I recently passed out of Nalanda Public School, securing a 97.2 percentage in the CBSE board exams for 10th standard. Talking about the pandemic, at the beginning, being an introvert, I was quite satisfied with the idea of a lockdown, but it being 3 months did shock me. And eventually I also realized that managing household chores as well as lacking in social interaction, it is quite a task. Then came the online mode of schooling. We were all confused at the start, but eventually we got a hold of it. There was a point when I didn't feel like studying, I was lethargic. But that's when I realized that the only and the best motivation is you yourself. Another major contribution to me being motivated to study were the teachers, because in spite of it being an online mode, they explained each and every concept wonderfully, using animations, using videos, using graphics, and that did spark an interest as well as curiosity in us to learn more and more. Obviously, hard work and consistency did add to the benefits. Also, apart from looking at the 10th boards as the main aim, I also made sure to make small targets. For example, scoring good in all the tests, the term tests. So that also helped me to gain internal assessment marks. Talking about the future goals, I'm looking forward to giving NEET and contributing to medical research.
Good evening everyone, my name is Kaushik Ramakrishnan Nair from flat number 6, building number 61. I lived in Singapore for the past 11 and a half years and I have done my board examinations in Singapore. I obtained 88.2 percentage in my board examinations, and it was all because of the effort put in by my teachers and the moral support given to me by my family and friends. And I also owe a huge debt of gratitude to all the teachers at KHC Online Education who supported me and helped me in all my difficult times. And the COVID-19 pandemic had a huge effect on me mentally, since we had lacked student-teacher bonds. And so hence, in order to overcome these difficulties, I usually like to play cricket or watch cricket with my brother, or watch cricket on TV, or I like to listen to music with friends, as it's a real stress buster. My advice to all students attending the board examinations this year of 10th and 12th is that there's a high likeliness that it might get cancelled this year too. So hence, pay high attention towards the school conducted examinations, since they are going to take the average of the school marks. And I wish everyone who is attending the board examinations this year for both 10th and 12th all the very best, and thank you.
वरद विनायक शुभनयना करुणा श्री
Hello everyone, my name is Valdari Kamle. I live in building number 11, flat number 81. I'm from Nalanda Public School CBSE board. I scored 86% in this board examination. I never ever imagined a 10th standard in this pandemic situation being conducted online, but genuinely it was a whole lot of new experience, a fascinating one where we all accepted the new normal. Besides it, I spend most time cooking and listening music, which actually was stress buster for me. Along with this, what I've actually learned is choosing difficult path over an easy one is not more important than overcoming it. Thank you very much.
गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै